Hello everyone, Dr.Happywolf here, aka Brendan Vandenberg. Welcome back to a new video, guys, and welcoming you to a kind of a special video. So, Hello Neighbor 3 Devlog 2 is out. The last one we watched was 1.5. It was just kind of talk about Nikita, I think some of his mental health problems, and just more of what happened with Hello Neighbor 2. And some side projects he's been working on. So that was a very Nikita-focused episode. Love to hear from Nikita, because, Nikita created Hello Neighbor. There was an interview of Nikita about 2 weeks ago from a fellow, I don't know personally, but another YouTuber that primarily does Hello Neighbor content. Pretty cool channel. Yeah. I need to watch that interview, because I bet there's some good stuff in there. But yeah, without further ado, there's a prototype as well that we're going to be playing right after this, so let's watch the devlog real quick.
Have you ever stumbled upon memory so deep and distant it disturbed you? I did. There are visions that haunt me for many years now. Memories of something very unsettling, yet so familiar at the same time. In this episode, we're gonna talk about Atmosphere of Hello Neighbor 3, our AI, and the prototype which you can play. Cozy and eerie. That's how I describe Atmosphere of Hello Neighbor 3. While it sounds pretty straightforward, this concept is pretty deep rabbit hole. See, there are certain themes recurring in Hello Neighbor and other art I create. Electric poles, transformers, crudely built structures, all that has nostalgic and dreamy atmosphere for a reason. It's because I'm trying to recreate a place that no longer exists. A real-life Ravenbrooks, if you will. It's where everything originates from. Many people faced with a challenging childhood, and I'm very sorry if you are. In this case, having a safe space is really important, either imagined or a real one. In my case, it's both. A real place where I had happiest and safest days of my life. Now, just a memory. When we started to work on Hello Guest, I tried to come up with the art style and the atmosphere. I already knew there would be electric poles, hills, forgotten buildings, but one day a vision struck me. Not the magical one, but a sudden memory popped up in my head. It was so vivid, so familiar, while being unforgettably unsettling. An old house with a tree up close, swinging in the wind, with a billboard buried in its branches. The guard booth was a vague recreation of that vision. The whole atmosphere of Hello Guest was built off of that. Over time, more and more memories of this nature started to appear. I was very intrigued by them, as if I had reached the depth of my subconscious. So familiar, yet very unsettling. So I did a little research to get to the bottom of what haunts me. Turned out, I'm not crazy. There was a specific word for it already.
The uncanny is
the psychological experience of an event or thing that is unsettling in a way that feels oddly familiar rather than simply mysterious. This meaning was adopted from the work of Sigmund Freud and the German word unheimlich, which describes the concept of eerie familiarity, which literally translates as unhomely. As an infant, we see the world as a very surreal and mysterious place, since we have very little understanding of it. It creates these memories of awe and fear, which we tend to forget when we grow up. Not in my case, though. The visions I'm seeing turn out to be the infant memories of my safe place. Now, with the fantastic work of our artists, we put this concept of unhomeliness as an atmospheric foundation for Hell Neighbor 3, creating this cozy and eerie world. People on Discord ask, how big will the map be? Well, it depends. We are making every house explorable. If that means a smaller map, so be it. If we can deliver more houses, the map will be bigger. But one thing for sure, there won't be any decorative buildings just to inflate the map. Cozy and Eerie is also about the characters. Each of them got to reflect this feeling of uncanny memory. Here's some of them. There's Iris, this is Jakob, Vandals, the local group of outcasts, and of course, the neighbor. Neighbor and the guest are going to return, and they too get an homely appearance. We'll look at the guest in the future episodes. While we're on the subject of characters, let's talk about AI and how we're trying to achieve butterfly effect in Hell Neighbor 3. Here's a quick recap on what game is about. It's a town where strange things happen. Places are abandoned, people keep disappearing, and someone else knocking at your door at night. You have few real-time hours, spanning across multiple in-game days to interact with this world. Everyone in this town living their own life. Someone's preparing for a festival, someone's late for work, someone's looking for their dog, and someone will disappear. Your actions change how events play out. You can save people, solve mysteries, or just leave. Think of it like a time travel game, but instead of rewinding, you load your old save file and see how small changes create different outcomes. So, our plan is to make this all happen procedurally as a system-based sandbox. So, our fantastic engineers and designers coming up with these beautiful concepts. Here's how it works. We use goal-oriented action planning, originally created for the game called Fear by Jeff Orkin. Here's how we use it. Something happens that gives an NPC goal to reach, like to eat if get hungry or hide if there's a threat. When goal is set, we start to walk backward to figure out how can it be achieved. Available actions depend on NPC's memory and abilities. Basically, what they know about the world and what they can do with it. Eat food. Can I do it? No. Food has to be equipped. Okay, do I have food in the inventory? Nope. I have to pick it up. Where can I pick it up? Let's check the memory. Now, having these two possibilities, we check both. To get a cake, got to get to the kitchen. To get a sandwich, got to get to the gas station. Now, all options are on the table. Cost for each action is calculated. In this case, eating a cake much cheaper. Thus NPC will do this. But what if character has multiple goals? Then goal with the highest weight will be picked. Initial weight is predetermined, but also modified by certain factors. Like, hungrier you are, more important to eat. Saving yourself is still more important though. Characters will constantly recalculate their goals and actions to check what's best to do. Here's an engine example. Character has a goal to interact with this object. Let's check our debug widget. We can see his parameters, goal he's trying to achieve, other goals with lower weight, like to eat. But there's no food on this empty map. There you can see two possible ways of achieving current goal. This one he picked, and this one discarded. As you can see, he has to walk to the car, drive it to the object, then interact with it. So he does exactly that. But if we place food here, it will unfold differently. Now, as he walks to the car, he sees food, which immediately makes a goal to decrease hunger a priority, as it's very cheap to take this food right now. Less hungry NPC, faster they move. With this movement speed, this distance is much cheaper on foot, as taking car requires an extra effort. Now, let's look at the interactions between characters. First part is personality traits. Each character has a combination of parameters that define their behavior when they meet others. Second one is relationships between characters. They can be enemies, strangers, or friends. Look, here we have Iris. Now, we're strangers. She greets us on a neutral territory, but will attack us if she sees us in her home, because she's brave and also a defender. This will change relationship status with the player. This will also happen if she sees us with her items. As you can see, after seeing all three items, status changed from stranger to enemy. And of course, throwing items also changed the status. Let's do it different this time and give her some gifts. It can be stuff she likes or stuff she needs for her goals. Nice, now we're friends. And she won't attack us at her home. Due to multiple psychological profiles, characters react differently. Friendly ones won't attack enemies outside of their home, while others will. Look at this pesky vandal. Cowardly characters will run away or ask a friend for a backup, like Jakob just did here. Here's a funny example. Iris wants to protect Jakob so much that she escapes her testing chamber, while vandals are not so lucky with escaping. All this is our second prototype, which currently in development. While we're working on it, we want to share with you the one we already finished. This is our first prototype. Initially, it was an internal build. Now we decided to share it with you, as it might be interesting to follow the progress of the development by playing it. It has basic implementation of action planning and general core loop, albeit in a very simple form. And it's also not easy, so if you'll beat it all by yourself, consider it an achievement. Visit our Discord and Steam page to get the prototype. It's funny how much of what we create comes from the places we've been. Even when we moved on, something always pulled us back. Maybe that's the thing about places that shape you. No matter where you go, they never really leave.
Okay. Okay. There is a lot to unpack in that 13 minutes. Okay. Okay. First of all, before we get into gameplay, so, it kind of talks about, like, reflecting on his life and all that. I'm wondering where he's, like, from. Because I know Raven Brooks is, like, based in Missouri, but, like, I always want to know where. Given it is a fictional town, but I thought that would be a really interesting video. But if we could find out exactly where, I don't want to creep on Nikita's life, but that'd be really cool. But, like, honestly, this looks familiar, so that'd be really cool to know. But yeah, the uncanny valley of knowing, like, when things look familiar. a strange feeling. And these videos are just really cool. Um, but yeah, I don't actually know if the game would be based like if like the place he based Ravenbrooks, Missouri on was in Missouri, because I'm pretty sure the story of Hello Neighbor's development is that, given that it's been a while since I've heard it, and I need to watch that interview with Nikita. But from my original standing is that the original idea came from when Nikita took a trip here to America, I believe, and saw the big homes and were like, what are in the one or what are in those homes. So that's kind of what I thought the original idea was, but maybe not. But this place is just really cool. So okay, gameplay. Oh my goodness, there's a lot. So what this seems like, and this is makes me really happy, is people really like the prototypes of Hello Neighbor 2. It seemed really cool, and then people, the final game did take a very different direction from Hello Neighbor, from the prototypes, which is fine. The abandonment part was really cool, and I've done some urban exploring in my life, so just seeing abandoned things is just really fascinating to me. Um, so yeah, so getting to play in abandoned town is just really cool. So it seems like more of what Hello Neighbor 2 was going to be, before Nikita took a step back and the game went in a whole different direction, which I think Hello Neighbor 2, the way it came out, is totally great. Um, so I'm definitely excited to see about this game, hopping into it. I think hopefully I put a thing up on the screen. I did this with the last devlog I made. I said that, we were going to play it during this video. I think I am going to wait to do another video on this, but what I am going to do, because I'm still working on editing that Hello Neighbor 2 video, what I'm going to do is when you see this video, the other video should be up. Fingers crossed. that is a thing I do. But yeah, oh my goodness, this game is just really, really cool. So yeah, the abandonment seems cool, and this AI, like getting to see, I know AI was one of the big selling points of Hello Neighbor. People were kind of disappointed by it, so I really like the way that this game is going in the direction that it seems like they're not introducing anything they can't promise. If they can't promise that they can make it, they're not doing it. So that is just really cool to see, and this whole AI system is just wow, remarkable. So hopefully by introducing with these characters, interacting with them, we have Iris, we had, what was it, okay, Jacob, and there's vandals in this game. So I'm also getting to explore the full map. So living up to promises. So this game will definitely be very cool. I like the art style so far. I really did like the art style of Hello Neighbor 2, the way it was going. Hello Neighbor 2 in and of itself has a really beautiful art style, but seeing the the style from Hello Guest, seeing the style from the from Alpha 1, Alpha 2, that was beautiful. But to see characters using cars and all that, there was an unused prototype of, I think somebody's recreating it, but there was an unused prototype of Hello Neighbor 2. I think it was just called Hello Neighbor Alpha 2 before we got the prototype builds. Still need to get around to playing those. Guys, I have a backlog of videos. I've recorded so much. I just back in the full swing of college, so I haven't really had time to do much. But hopefully we see some stuff with not just characters interacting, but getting some lore out of it as well. I'm pretty sure they'll make grunts and all that, but I don't really think they'd have dialogue. But hopefully there are lore hints. And yeah, because I kind of said they're done with Hello Neighbor 2. Hopefully we get some closure to exactly what happened at the end, and then seeing the guest again. So yeah, different things like that. So, and yeah, there's a prototype. So, but yeah, guys, as I said, in one of the last videos I did, I kind of said, I'm gonna play Hello Neighbor 2 right after this video. I did record it. It's just taken me a long time to edit. It took me several days to film or to record, and yeah, the recording I have is 3 hours long. So just getting around to editing it. But every time one of these comes out, I really want to get the reaction out there. But hopefully with this video, as I said, hopefully I will. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm gonna go ahead and record me playing the prototype, and then hopefully, I should have some time within the next few days to get that video up. So yeah, guys. On that note, really love to see what's going on with Hello Neighbor 3. Can't believe we're already on the third game because I can just remember like 2016. Which guys think about that? That's like when like the announcement trailer came out 2015. So that's a decade ago from later this year, I believe. But then um and then yeah, like, and the prototype was that was shown, the dev game that I think was from 2014. So my goodness gracious, that it's been over a decade of like Hello Neighbor, and we're getting into next year is when we got to see like the alphas 10 years ago. So just it's I don't know, guys, life is going by so fast. I mean, I can't really say I've lived that long, nearly this year, 2 decades, but my goodness, just to think that like how fast things have gone by is just really crazy. But really happy for Hello Neighbor. Really happy to see it keep going. We have a third season of Hello Neighbor the series on the way. Wouldn't surprise me if we see that again in October. And then Hello Neighbor the movie. And this is just a big year for movies. We've got Five Nights at Freddy's 2. The Shrek 5 trailer came out for December of 2026. Another Minecraft movie came out trailer today. Oh my goodness, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 comes out later this year. And what else? What else? There's just a lot going on. Yeah, my goodness. So just good stuff for video games, video game movies. Bendy's getting one, which is just absolutely incredible. Um, so yeah, I think that's enough of me yapping on, but thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Goodbye!